Ever wondered how to make an advertisement poster that doesn't only draw a smile on people's faces, but will actually sell your product or service? We will teach you how to sell by using psychological strategies from a scientific perspective. We choose to take this psychological approach because the ultimate goal of an advertisement poster is not just to catch attention, but to motivate people to take a certain action. Based on a variety of scientific research, articles and books, we will provide you with expert advice on how to create an effective poster. An SME usually has a small budget, and knowing your psychology will give you an effective poster for little money. This is a video on how to become a master of persuasion. Making an advertisement poster is actually applied psychology. One psychological model, ADA, suggests advertisement wants to get attention, generate interest, turn this interest into desire, and then this will provoke the action you want people to take. Every stage needs to be considered when creating a poster. There are mental processes that underlie each stage, namely attention, perception, memory, recall, imagination, and suggestion. According to Jill, some mental material is conscious, while other material is stored in the subconscious part of the mind. Schwartz complements this by saying, the key issue here is the true saliency of the product message from the consumer's point of view, rather than the effectiveness with which the advertiser communicated the product message he judged to be important to his consumers. So, do not solely focus on your message, but focus on how consumers perceive this message. Furthermore, Hirsch says that effective message tailoring can be done by using a comprehensive model of recipients' personality traits, namely Goldberg's Big 5 personality dimensions. A persuasive advertisement poster is more effective when framed to match the recipient's personality profile. So, especially SMEs, know your target customer and use the information you have about him to frame your advertisement well. Keep in mind the mental processes, both conscious and unconscious, to make sure to address to each stage of ADA sequence. Target and tailor well to avoid missing your potential customer. We will now discuss 3 types of advertisement strategies using emotional appeal, namely fear, a social component, and humor. We have photographed posters at bus stops in the city of Utrecht. We will use these as examples along with some we picked from the internet to show you what works and what does not work. The first type, fear, is used in these posters. The World Wildlife Fund poster on the left uses a shock effect and several of the mental processes that Jill mentioned: attention, memory, recall, and suggestion. The ALS poster on the right makes use of people's death anxiety. Our expert, Professor Rosenkranz from Utrecht School of Economics, will tell you something about that.
We have done some research on how to use anxiety aversion. For example, death anxiety. We tend to strive for living forever, so we want to leave something for the world, even though we know that at some point we'll die, and so maybe we are gone, but maybe we can leave something, which gives us the impression that we live on.
The second type, the social component, can be subdivided into the bandwagon effect and appeal folks. Professor Rosenkranz will now explain the bandwagon effect to you using social reference norms.
Social reference point. 90% of people have that, or many people have this. That's a kind of a social norm. This is what you should have, and if you don't have it, you're having a loss.
This poster clearly focuses on the third type, humor. Humor generates a positive feeling, which will be unconsciously associated with the product or brand advertised. Remember, a humorous poster is only effective when matched with the humor of the target group. We will now provide some practical tips on advertisement using real posters and linking them to the previously mentioned theory on psychology. Tip number 1. Design for your reader's eyes. When designing a poster advertisement, empathize yourself with your target customer and imagine your consumer's perspective. What influences how people perceive your poster? Take the culture of your target market into account. In Western cultures, for example, we read a poster from top to bottom and from left to right. Now, let's take a test. What were the brand and message of this poster? I bet it was not clear at all that this was a McDonald's ad. So, use white spaces on your poster and avoid what we call chart junk. Also, aim for symmetry. A 1994 study in Nature found that humans have an aesthetic preference for symmetrical things. Tip number 2. Emphasize graphics. A good poster advertisement directs the eye and attention of the passerby. There should be a picture and a clear logo visible. This poster is a mistake. It makes you laugh but is not linked to the company Achmea as there is no logo. Furthermore, color in posters is an essential ingredient. Colors are associated with emotions. Study the emotion guide on the right of the screen to learn more. At the same time, keep in mind that about 10% of the population is colorblind, in particular for the combination red and green. Another concrete tip: make sure to adapt the colors to your logo. A good example is this Dirk van den Broek poster. Also, make sure you use strong contrast in your poster. Showing a face in your poster can help emotionally bind a potential customer to your product or service. A well-known strategy is using a celebrity for this purpose. Who does not think of Nespresso when seeing George Clooney? Tip number 3. The scarcity effect. People tend to buy quicker when they feel buying now is their only option. So, it's effective to use directional signs or advance warnings, saying that the offer is going to run out. These posters effectively use the scarcity effect. Tip number 4. 6 seconds, 6 words. Posters are usually watched for a short amount of time, so you only have a brief moment to get your message across. Use only the most essential words. Keep as a rule, you have 6 seconds to complete the ADAM model. In this advertisement poster, McDonald's uses this rule in a great way. After seeing this video, every SME owner and manager will be able to create an effective poster advertisement campaign.